In the vastness of the timeless void, before the birth of stars and the weaving of the cosmos, there existed only the essence of the Eternal One, known as God the Almighty. In the solitude of this primordial silence, God contemplated the dawn of creation, envisioning the tapestry of existence that would one day come to be. First, from his boundless light, God fashioned the angels, beings of pure spirit and radiant glory. These celestial entities were imbued with divine grace and unparalleled beauty, each one reflecting a facet of God's infinite nature. They were the first creation, a testament to God's power and love. Lucifer, the light-bringer, was the first and most splendid of the angels, resplendent in his brilliance. Beside him stood Michael, the warrior, steadfast and mighty, and Gabriel, the messenger, wise and gentle. With them were Raphael, the healer, and Uriel, the light of God's wisdom. Countless others joined their ranks, each with a unique purpose and form, filling the void with their luminous presence. The angels sang hymns of praise and danced in the divine light, their voices weaving a celestial symphony that resonated through the boundless expanse. Their joy was pure and their loyalty absolute, for they existed in perfect harmony with the will of God. God, pleased with his creation, bestowed upon the angels the knowledge of his grand design. He revealed to them the vision of a universe yet to be born, a realm of matter and time, where stars would ignite, planets would form, and life would flourish in a multitude of forms. The angels marveled at this revelation, their hearts filled with awe and anticipation. Lucifer, captivated by the beauty of God's vision, yearned to partake in the act of creation. His desire was noble, yet it bore the seed of pride. He wished to mirror God's creative power, to shape the cosmos with his own hands. Seeing the spark of ambition in Lucifer's heart, God spoke to him with infinite wisdom and compassion. "My beloved Lucifer," God said, "your desire to create is born of the light I have placed within you. Yet, remember that creation stems from love and humility. The universe shall come into being through my will, and you shall have a role to play, as will all my angels. Together, you will guide and protect the unfolding of existence." Lucifer bowed before God, his radiance undimmed but his heart heavy with the weight of his newfound understanding. He realized that true creation required more than power, it required selflessness and an unwavering alignment with the divine purpose. And so, God began the wondrous act of creation. He spoke the word, and the void trembled. From his voice emerged light, and the darkness receded. The fabric of the universe was woven with threads of divine energy, and the stars ignited, scattering their brilliance across the cosmos. Planets formed, spinning in their orbits, and the symphony of creation echoed through the heavens. The angels watched in reverent awe as God's vision came to life. They took their places as guardians and guides, each assigned to a star, a world, or a cosmic phenomenon. They nurtured the fledgling galaxies, ensured the balance of the elements, and protected the seeds of life that God had sown. Lucifer, despite his earlier pride, performed his duties with diligence and care. He watched over the most beautiful of stars, his heart a mixture of admiration and longing. He understood now that his role was not to create as God did, but to preserve and enhance the beauty of what had been created. And thus, the universe was born. Angels are personal spiritual beings who have intelligence, emotions, and will. This is true of both the good and evil angels, demons. Angels possess intelligence, Matthew 8 verse 29, 2 Corinthians 11 verse 3, 1 Peter 1 verse 12. Show emotion, Luke 2 verse 13, James 2 verse 19, Revelation 12 verse 17. And exercise will, Luke 8 verses 28 to 31, 2 Timothy 2 verse 26, Jude 6. Angels are spirit beings, Hebrews 1 verse 14, without true physical bodies. Although they do not have physical bodies, they are still personalities and occasionally take on physical bodies.
Genesis 1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was without form and void, and darkness was over the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the face of the waters. And God said, "Let there be light." and there was light. And God saw that the light was good, and God separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness He called night. And there was evening, and there was morning, the first day. And God said, "Let there be an expanse in the midst of the waters, and let it separate the waters from the waters." And God made the expanse and separated the waters that were under the expanse from the waters that were above the expanse. And it was so. And God called the expanse heaven. And there was evening, and there was morning, the second day.
Psalms 19 verse 1, "The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament sheweth His handiwork." Chronicles 16:30, "Tremble before Him, all the earth." The world is firmly established, it cannot be moved. The earth of the Bible is a realm that was designed specially for humankind. The sun was made to give light to the day, and the moon to the night. The stars were made to be a guide to mankind, and all were made to mark hours, days, months, and seasons throughout the year. The existence of these objects is intentional, and not at all a random accident. God placed them in the firmament for the distinct benefit of His finest creation, man and woman. The firmament cannot be penetrated, but have doorways for spiritual travel. This is a replica of God's creation. According to the Old Testament, Satan, or Lucifer, as he was called when he was an angel, was one of God's creations. Two Old Testament passages, Isaiah 14 verses 12 to 15 and Ezekiel 28 verses 11 to 19, allude to the angel Lucifer's original position as a very exalted being, and likely the highest ranking of all the angels. Ezekiel 28 verses 12 to 15 also states that in addition to being powerful, it's likely that Lucifer was the most beautiful of all of God's creations. But Lucifer was not satisfied with his lot in heaven as God's favorite angel. Instead, Lucifer wanted to become God himself and planned what could essentially be called a military coup to overthrow God and take over as leader of the universe. In essence, Satan rebelled against God because he wasn't happy as an assistant to God, but instead wanted to have God's job. According to the Old Testament, upon learning of Lucifer's plan, God removed him from his dignified position and cast him out of heaven, Isaiah 14 verse 15, Ezekiel 28 verses 16 to 17. This is often described as Satan's fall from heaven, although it's probably more accurate to say that he was exiled from heaven. Revelation 12 verses 7 to 10. Then war broke out in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon and his angels fought back. But he was not strong enough, and they lost their place in heaven. The great dragon was hurled down, that ancient serpent called the devil, or Satan, who leads the whole world astray. He was hurled to the earth, and his angels with him. The Book of Enoch devotes much of its attention to the fall of the Watchers, which are the sons of God, who landed on a mountain on earth called Hermon. Genesis 6, according to which fallen angels developed a lust for human women and mated with the daughters of man, giving rise to a race of hybrids known as Nephilim. The term Irin applied to disobedient fallen angels, who numbered a total of 200, which consists of their leader Samiazza, 20 leaders, who lead groups of 10 fallen angels each, and the obedient archangels who chained them, such as Raphael.
According to the Book of Enoch, the first fallen angel to bear a child to the daughters of man was Mastema, meaning hatred. Here are the name of the first 5 angels to fall to earth on Mt. Hermon, who led groups of 10 angels and who did not keep their estate. The first to fall was Yequan, he shall rise. Second to fall was Asbeel, deserter of God. Third to fall was Gadriel, wall of God. Fourth to fall was Pinemu, the inside. The fifth angel to fall was Turiel, mountain of God. Samiazza, leader of these fallen ones, and his associates further taught humans arts and technologies, such as weaponry, cosmetics, mirrors, sorcery, promiscuity, how to make talismans, prostitution, etc. One fallen angel, who was a demon, took the form of a female prostitute by the name of Lilith. There are suggestions that she was the first wife of Adam in the Garden of Eden. But she was a demon who raped men in their sleep. The actions of the fallen ones did not go unnoticed by the higher celestial beings. The archangels Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, and Uriel were dispatched to intervene. They were appalled by the chaos that had ensued and the corruption of the divine order. Under their leadership, the cast down were captured and bound in chains, cast into the depths of the abyss as punishment for their transgressions. The Nephilim, being the offspring of these forbidden unions, were targeted for destruction. A great flood was sent to cleanse the earth of their presence, and only a few righteous humans, such as Noah and his family, were spared to rebuild humanity. The story of the fallen angels and their teachings remains a cautionary tale of the dangers of forbidden knowledge and the consequences of straying from the divine path. It serves as a reminder of the delicate balance between the mortal and celestial realms and the responsibilities that come with the pursuit of wisdom and power.